You certain you good? Are we straight now? Listen. Welcome. How you doing today? It is a lovely Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and we are glad to come in here and talk a little bit of football. This is a Baltimore Ravens Washington Commanders week, a Q&A. This is just some time for us to sit and talk to you guys and kind of get a feel for what is going on in football. Now, me personally, I've had a wonderful day. Listen, I'm feeling outstanding. I cut the grass, I cleaned the grill, I just chopped some wood for the fireplace later. I'm sorry, for the fire pit later. I'm going to sit outside and just look at the stars and contemplate life. But before then, we're going to sit here and talk some football. And with me today, we have a friend of the channel. We have the hottest female in the game wearing the chain. We have Yolanda B. Raven. I'm sorry, Ravens Talk with Yolanda, here to talk some football with us. How are you doing tonight, Yolanda?
Good evening, Hendo. Thank you so much for having me and allowing us to simulcast to my channel as well. And I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm not doing too well because let me tell you like this. I've been doing a lot of things today and I haven't eaten yet as of today. But because I was cutting the grass, for some reason, I just had this feeling that today of all days, I wanted a drink and not a regular drink, another drink. And it's actually called Sour Monkey. And the only reason that I like Sour Monkey is because when I was a child, there used to be these little fruits that used to grow on trees in the neighborhood. And they looked like grapes, but they weren't grapes. And they had this really sour taste to them. And for years, I couldn't find what it was. I couldn't find them anywhere. And then this drink came out, and I had to drink. And I'm like, oh, this reminds me of childhood. And I don't normally drink a lot, but today I just felt like, hey, I'm a drink, but I should have eaten something before I did. I'm feeling quite nice right now. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I'm feeling good. I'm still in control, but I'm feeling quite nice right now. And, I just wanted to do a stream, talk a little bit of football, answer some people's questions and kind of get a feel for what's going on. And mostly this stream is about finding out some information from the people about what they want going forward. Now, I understand that with the advent of a lot of people not having cable nowadays, they're looking for entertainment. They're looking for YouTubers or just certain things to watch on streaming platforms. And I'm trying to find out, what do you guys want? What's going on, y'all? Appreciate y'all for stopping by. So I want to know, would you like a show on Saturday nights? Because Yolanda is going to give us some entertainment on Saturday nights if need be. She's already given us Thursday. She's already given us Sunday. So we're trying to find out what's going on. And also for me personally, just for me, I'm trying to find out, like, would it be possible if you guys wanted a morning show? Like a Monday through Friday at 8 or 9 a.m., maybe for like 15, 30 minutes, a morning show just to talk football, talk life, just talk certain things. Because I'm bored. Honestly, I don't sleep a whole lot. And I don't, what I'm saying? So I'm just looking for things to do. And if I'm already going to be up and if I'm already on YouTube doing YouTube type things, I might as well share this with you guys and just try to find out, what is it that you guys actually want? And I've been rambling on for quite a bit. So Yolanda, take it over.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, I just let us know in the chat if you are joining on my show, on my channel, or if you are joining on Hendo's channel. We'll go back and watch the replay and we'll look through the comments. If you would like more content from either myself and or Hendo or both, if you enjoy seeing both of us up on the screen together, just going back and forth, because he's at some point, Hendo is going to say something about Odafe Owe without fail, and I'm going to have to defend him. But if you'd like to see that kind of banter a little bit more often, let us know in the chat.
Why do you feel I'm gonna say something about Owe? Like, I'm not.
Because you normally do. You'll start out really good and you'll be on course, but then something, I don't know, we'll get to talking about, the team needs to clean up penalties. And speaking of penalties, and then you'll just kind of, start going in on Odafe Owe. Some way, somehow you manage to bring his name into the conversation in probably a not so nice way. Good evening, everyone.
Not today. Like, I'm feeling very euphoric today. Like, today I'm feeling quite good. Like I said, good. I've had a drink and like, I don't really drink. And I can go, particularly, I can drink tonight and not have another drink for another 5 years. Like, that's how it is. So yeah. I'm feeling good. Like, it's something about today. And maybe it's because today is, what is the day? The 12th? Today is the first day that puts me under 3 months from hitting my 50th birthday.
That's it.
So now I have less than 3 months and I'm going to hit 50. I'm feeling great.
Oh, we got that 24-hour marathon stream on Hendo's channel for his 50th, right? Listen, you just volunteered me to do Saturday night, so I mean, why not be kind and return the favor in the abundance of my graciousness? You're welcome. But listen, I know most people in here came to talk this football. This is a last-minute check-in. We play the Commanders tomorrow. By this time tomorrow, we will have the W under our belt. I'm sure of it.
You sure of
I
it?
think. I
Like,
think.
yeah,
Yeah,
listen.
I was going to say, I'm sure of it. I think. We can get the win. We certainly can. It's not insurmountable. I believe in our team.
1-1-1. January 11th. 1-1-1. All ones. I'm number one across the board. I'm sorry.
We can get the W against the Commanders, but we are going to have to be, like Lamar tells us, locked in. Cleaning up mistakes, limiting the penalty. Yes, Bradney, in the abundance of my graciousness. Yeah, I heard that years ago when I was in a trial, and opposing counsel said that one day. Yeah, in the abundance of his graciousness. And
shout out to January's.
thank you.
Shout out to my baby girl. Listen, I just had to yell at my daughter.
Jasmine.
I just had to yell at my daughter on Instagram because she out here posting sexy pics, and I don't want to kill somebody today. Like,
Jasmine,
I'm all for it. Like,
you know your dad.
I don't play by my daughter.
You know your dad, Jasmine. I know you're a grown woman, but you know
What?
how he is about you.
Listen, hold up. Wait a minute. I'm sorry. I apologize. Listen, this is how we start the show off. Listen, shout out to Anonymous, a $75 tip.
Oh, Anonymous.
Is this the
Thank you.
great return and hanging with Hendo scheduled for 9? No, this is not hanging with Hendo. This is just us sitting having some talks because I honestly want to find out if this is something that the people really want, because I don't want to waste people's time. You know me, like if I feel like that I'm not doing a service to you guys or I'm not providing entertainment, I'm not gonna do it. But if I feel like you guys really want it, I'll make it happen. If you want to see more Yolanda, I'll make it happen. I'm in control. Like, listen. I'm the captain now. I'm the captain now.
And if you all believe that, as mouthy as I am, most of you have been around my channel, I'm pretty mouthy. You know that that's not it. But I see a lot of people have birthdays this month. If you are celebrating a birthday in the month of October, and if you're comfortable, leave it in the comments. Add a comment. Let us know when your birthday. I see Deshaun, happy birthday upcoming to you. Lady Laura Baltimore, happy birthday to you. Yes.
I'm not drunk, Rodney. I'm a Marine. I can't get drunk. I feel okay. I don't get drunk. Like, I'm never in a situation where I'm not cognizant of what's going on around me. This is how I don't understand how people can say to people, "Oh man, I was so drunk, I didn't know what happened." I've never, and I drink hard liquor. I've drank hard liquor in my life, and I've never been to a point where I did not understand or I wasn't in complete control of what was going on around me. So when people say, "Oh, baby, I did this because I was drunk," I won't understand it. I don't believe people, because to me, I will never let alcohol overtake me and my sensibilities. I'm just saying. I'm a control freak.
Kev TV, I see you October 23rd. Okay. Happy birthday to all of you who are celebrating birthdays in the month of October. And if you are celebrating a birthday and you just didn't feel comfortable, but that's fine. It's no worries. Happy birthday to you. And yes, Osmond, did you see he just voluntold me that I was going to start live streaming on Saturdays? We'll see if that happens, because I stream on Thursdays. But if you guys want to just check in the day before or the night before the game to see how we're feeling, I'm happy to do it, because you all are so much fun and you all are really a bright spot in my life. So I'm happy to share some time with you. But listen, let's get back. Let's talk about this game.
It's because we do it all for you guys. Like, you are the reason that we come back. You're the reasons that we're here. You're the reasons that we just even consider saying, you know what, let's just do a live stream and give some people something to talk about, something to do, something to hang out with. And yes, like, just tell me what you want Yolanda to do and I'll make her do it. If you want her to live stream more, I'll make her live stream.
And we're going to press fast forward now to the Baltimore Ravens. We have a game against the Commanders, because he's not going to tell me what to do. We have a game against the Washington Commanders. And I was thinking about this. So let me take 2.5. Just a little bit about me. I am very much a person who likes to think things through. Mm-hmm. When you ask me a question in the moment, I'll give you a reactionary answer. But for me, I do like to take some time and kind of like chew on the question that was asked, so that I can maybe give you a more well-rounded response. So there were a couple of questions in the show that I did on Thursday, and I'll posit them to you, Hendo, and everyone in the chat.
Okay.
A question came about that, or rather a statement came about that the Ravens aren't really, this is a Commanders fan, the Ravens aren't ready for the Commanders, and we've not really faced an offense quite like theirs. And in the moment, I said, well, yeah, we have. Last week we went against Joe Burrow, T. Higgins, Jamar Chase, the first week against Kansas City Chiefs and Pat Mahomes. What do you mean? Devontae Adams. So we've CeeDee Lamb. These are just to name a few. But as I thought more of it, I said, okay, why would he or she make that statement? And I said, okay, I'm going to keep it 100%. And this is no shade to Commanders fans.
Keep it a bean.
There you go. The Commanders haven't really been relevant in a long time. And now they have a really good team. It looks like their front office is trying to move in a different direction, and a better direction to kind of clean up do damage control. And they're actually ready to have a seat at the table. And I get it. I do. But they're no match for the Ravens, because when you have experience on the field, which is what we have, that bodes in our favor. And of course, Lamar Jackson, I'm going to mention that. But when you have experience, and that's not to say Jaden Daniels isn't a great quarterback or will be a great quarterback. He's a rookie. And so we can capitalize on that. I think that's where we kind of take the advantage. What about you, Hendo?
Okay. So when people say we have not gone up against a team as similar to us as the Washington Commanders are, it is true. Because if you look at the Baltimore Ravens, they are leading the league in rushing by an astounding amount of yards. Like, they've outrushed each and every opponent by 100 yards each and every game, like domination. But the Washington Commanders are number 2 in the league. And I think that the Ravens only lead them by like 350 yards, if I'm not mistaken, in rushing yards. And understandably, that is a lot of yards. But if you think about how much we actually rush the ball, that's not really a great deal, to be honest with you. So we're going up a team that does exactly what we do. We run the ball, we play suspect defense, and we have a quarterback that can either throw the ball or run the ball. So it's kind of like that Spider-Man meme where everybody's pointing at each other like, you, me, you, me, you, me. It's the same thing. It's like we're going up a team that is very similar to us. The only difference is the Washington Commanders have not had the sustained success that the Baltimore Ravens have had over the years. This is a newfound wealth for them. Like, they have been, to steal someone's words, putrid for around about the last 30 years. Now, they've had a couple of seasons here and there where they've won and gone to the playoffs, but for the last 30, maybe 35 years, they have not been the franchise that everyone wants them to be. So I can understand where that is, and I can understand the optimism of Washington fans, but you are not the Baltimore Ravens. Like, we can at any time flip a switch and defensively shut you down, just like we did in Buffalo with Josh Allen. Everybody's front runner for MVP. Everybody said Josh Allen's going to do this and he's going to run all over you. Josh Allen did nil, and we shut him down. And the same thing we can do to Jaden Daniels. Now, that brings me to Ryan Clark and his assessment of, if he were to start a franchise, who would he take, Lamar Jackson or Jaden Daniels? And he said he would take Jaden Daniels. So you're telling me you have a 7th-year player that is a 2-time MVP, 3-time Pro Bowler, who's achieved multiple things in the NFL and has multiple statistics that have never been matched, that you're going to take a rookie that's played 5 games and you're going to start a franchise with him over Lamar. And I get it. Like, I'm sure the networks tell these guys to say certain things and stir up stuff just to get viewers to watch. But let's be real about this. If you are honestly starting an NFL franchise, because Ryan Clark has been one of the few that has been a cheerleader for Lamar since the beginning. Yes. So now this switch up, I'm not sure. But for me, yeah, we already know Lamar, Jaden Daniels. I hope that young man has an outstanding career. I hope he has a storied career and does good things, even though I hate the commies, because I'm Baltimore. Listen, I'm Baltimore 100%. Listen, and just to clear things up before I let you go, I'm sorry. Just to clear things up, DMV, because I've seen a lot of posts about the DMV. Like, this is a DMV type game. Listen, if you don't know and if you're new, DMV stands for DC, Maryland, and Virginia. And in this conglomerate of territories, Baltimore is not among them. Baltimore has never been among the DMV. We stand alone. And when it comes to football teams, the Ravens stand alone. So the Commodores with Lionel Richie, y'all go ahead and do y'all thing.
Okay. Okay. They're the Commanders, but he's called them the Commies and the Commodores, all within like a matter of 1 minute, a span of 1 minute. Good evening, Images by Gretchen. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you for supporting the channel and the show. Just a quick question. What
Yes,
is the reason that, and this is to educate me because as you all know, I'm not from Maryland. What is the reason?
It's gotta be Brady.
Baltimore it has to be Brady. What and hello, Equip Institute. Thank you for joining. What is the reason for the dislike from Maryland, from Baltimore to Washington? And you're only an hour away.
Actually, it's less than an hour.
Less than. I mean, traffic. I was just factoring in some traffic.
Because listen, you cannot have two places that possibly are closer together that feel so far apart. You know, it's just like everybody wants to be number one. You know, everybody wants to be that number one city. But for us, I think the biggest issue that in my opinion, from the years that I've been around, that we had with DC is that they consider themselves not a part of Maryland. Like they consider themselves, they're like, we're DC, we're District of Columbia. We aren't a part of Maryland. Oh, word? Oh, that's how you feel? And then, you know, we have the battles with the teams.
Yeah.
We've had the battle with the Colts and the Redskins. And, you know, we have go-go and house music. Like, it's just certain things that we differ on, and just language and verbiage. And it's crazy to me because it's kind of similar to like my brother and I. Like, I live on the west side of Baltimore. My brother lives on the east side of Baltimore. And we clash over certain things. just silly, nonsensical things. And I think it's the same for Washington and DC. And it's not like a real East Coast, West Coast beef type thing, but it's just a I think I'm better than you, and I think I'm better than you type situation. So
Understood.
you know what I'm saying?
That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Osman brought up a really good point. Just Tornado. Thank you for joining. These are the members who are now a part of my extended family through Ecamm. I appreciate you. I appreciate you all so much for joining. Osman brought up a good comment, and we'll take Tanya's here. I don't know what the beef is exactly. When I moved here a decade ago, no one ever really told me what it was. It was just kind of like, it's always been that way. And that was what I was told. It's
okay,
like,
so,
it's.
All right, let me explain it to you in a way that you can understand it. It's Florida State, Florida. Same state, same vicinity, but you see how you turn your face up? It's the same thing. Same territory, but you know, it's just a competition and a dislike for one another.
Go Gators. The Gators are playing tonight in less than an hour. The Gators play the University of Tennessee Volunteers. So I have a lot of brothers, okay? A ton of them. But two of my brothers, one is a Gator alum and the other is a Volunteer alum. So it's always fun and interesting to watch that game. But Osman had
I'm sorry, I have a question before you go and move on. I'm sorry. Where did your nephew go?
Osman had a question.
No, where did what university did your nephew go to?
Well, I have multiple. One went to Colgate up in state New York.
No. Okay, and the other one.
Hold up, just Tornado. Wait, we got to talk about this. Hold on, let me.
No, answer my question before you move on to anyone else. Where did your other nephew go to school at?
The other two went to Florida State.
Oh, two of them.
Yes.
So out of the three, two went to Florida State. Interesting.
He just had to make me say it, but that's fine. I move on. Osman brought up a really good comment. Yes, Alicia. That's my Ecamm fam too. I can't wait to meet her. I can't wait to meet all of them. Osman says he agrees with what I said earlier about how we have the advantage in terms of experience, and we have Lamar, but he said the problem is Harbaugh thinks like this. I get very concerned. We have to, and I'll address it real quick. We have to win in spite of John Harbaugh, Osman. That's my position. We as a team have seen a lot of Harbaugh blunders, mismanagement of games, clock management, challenge flags at inappropriate time, using timeouts ineffectively, and the list goes on and on. But because we have such a cerebral quarterback, one who is as equally intelligent as he is electric on the field, we find ways to win despite John Harbaugh. And that's what I'm going to lean into when we play these games, Osmond. But yes, to your point, you're very, very correct there.
Yes, and listen, we have a lot of hurdles that we may have to overcome during this game because there have been a lot of injuries, like some that have just come out of the woodworks that we had no clue. I didn't know that Ronnie Stanley had a nagging injury going into this game. I didn't know. Well, we knew that Marlon Humphrey was in a walking boot. We didn't know that Rashad Bateman had some kind of an injury. He's been missing a couple of practices. So there are some standout guys, some guys that we need going into this game that may not be available. Now, Andrew Voorhees, he was out the last 2 games. They said he practiced, but we don't really know what's going on with him. So we don't know if we're going to have a full complement. We don't actually know until tomorrow around about 10, 11 a.m. who is actually going to be active for this game. Now, one person that is active or has actually been active for practice is Rasheen Ali.
I saw that.
You saw that. So now if you want
did.
to talk about wasted draft picks and guys that just aren't going to make a difference, just things that just doesn't really matter that Rasheen Ali is going to come in. Because let's be honest with this situation. We have Derrick Henry and we have Justice Hill. Then, if we need be, we'll run Lamar Jackson. Do we actually, in your opinion, need that third running back? Is this a necessity for us going into this game?
I hope you guys are having a good time. If you are, hit the like button. And if you're not, it's okay. Don't worry about it. Hit the subscribe button, come back, watch another video or live stream. I promise you'll have a good time. Whatever you do, it doesn't matter. Just hit a button. Going back to your question, Hendo, yes. Is it a necessity? Probably not. Who would I have liked to have seen activated for this game? Tez Walker. Because I want to see what he can do. And every week when I see who has been elevated from the practice squad, I'm like, okay, all right, is it going to be Tez Walker? And then it's another name. It was last week, Yannick Ngakoue, and he had only been with our team at that point for like 5 minutes. This week, as you mentioned, it was Yannick Ngakoue again, and
he's been elevated, yes.
He's been elevated, as well as Rasheen Ali. No Tez Walker. So if we talk about wasted draft picks, then, oh, good, Jess Tornado. Yeah, it's going to be a fun show tomorrow night because I fully anticipate this to be a really good matchup. You've got 2 great quarterbacks, but one is he's the AFC North, the AFC Player of the Week, and he just so happens to be on our team. But
yes, and Yolanda's going to set that stream ablaze.
Yes, we will, Hendo. Thank you so much. I appreciate. Yes, Slim Smith, Tez who? I don't know.
So listen. So my question to you is: all right, I understand that a lot of people want to see Tez Walker get on the field to see what he can do. My personal thing is, and this is the thing that I had an issue with years ago when they had Rashad Bateman as the number 1, and then everybody said Devin Duvernay and James Prochet and what is his name? Tylan Wallace were going to lead this receiving group, and we just need to see what they can do out on the field.
Let them cook.
But let them cook. Like, let Lamar go out there and see what he can do with these guys. But my thing was, you realize and you can see what guys do during OTAs, mini camp, training camp, all of these practices, you find out what guys can do. So to me, even if we elevate Tez Walker to the active roster, what is he going to do that Tylan Wallace is not doing? If Tylan Wallace personally isn't receiving a bulk of the targets, what is Tez going to do? Because first you got Zay, then maybe Likely, then Rashad, then maybe Andrews, then depending on if Justice Hill is in the game, you got him, then maybe Tylan Wallace. So even if we bring Tez Walker into the fold, what would even be the purpose of elevating him? My thing is, if he is not ready, which I know he's not because he's a University of North Carolina wide receiver.
There you go.
I told y'all this beforehand. Don't draft any wide receivers from the University of Florida and the University of North Carolina. And everybody told me that Tez Walker was going to take the top off of defenses. He's that big body receiver that we need. He's going to do this and he's going to do that. And I'm like, listen, dude, he went to North Carolina for 1 year. He went to a small college and transferred. Like, let's give him time to develop. Let's stop making it to where we take first year and second year players on his team and putting so much of the burden on his shoulders.
Hendo has one more time to make reference in a negative way to the University of Florida, because after that, it's no holds barred. You're going to see. Right. Yes, I was going to ask to bring that one up. Chat, let me ask you really quickly. this is a great statement or a comment right here by Osman. Out of these three who are out, Washington, Mollett, and Harrison, who is the biggest, oh gosh, we really need him to be in the game, but he's out? Out of those three, tell us who you would actually want to see play. For me, go ahead.
You go. I'm sorry, you go first.
Okay. Oh goodness, just Tornado. She's joining.
No, you supposed to answer the question.
I know, but I read a comment. Where's my
no,
bunny?
We'll get to that, but
where's
answer the question.
Where's my rabbit?
Before you go off on a tangent, answer the question.
I am. You guys know I go off on tangents all the time, and it's okay. But out of the three, for me, it's Washington. And to a lesser degree, I know I'm cheating here because I said one, now I'm giving two. Mollett would be a very close second. Mm-hmm. Because the Commanders are going to run the ball, mm-hmm. we really need Washington. I think we do. I do. But okay. But I mean, is in terms of how bad our secondary has struggled, certainly I can see the answers coming in. Mollett. Osman, I'm with you, not Harrison.
For me, it's going to be the water boy. You know, you got to keep the players hydrated. Washington, since he's made his big contract, well, I won't say big, since he's been extended. He has not been the player that he was beforehand. Mollett, I don't know why everybody thinks he's the savior, because if you saw the video, if you were in my Discord the other day and somebody talked about him, you saw the last play that Mollett actually played was the third down reception that he gave up to MVS in the AFC Championship game, where he was just left in the dust, where MVS had a chance to get past him and turn around and catch the ball and fall backwards. Yeah. And this is the guy that you think is going to come in and save this atrocious secondary. No, Harrison, they're playing him out of position. I actually like Malik Harrison, but yeah, he's not doing anything at all to help this team. So to me, they all can be out as long as the water boy's in, keeping everybody hydrated, making sure that the water's cool. You know, you got to keep it cooler. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Thank you all so much. Doc Rock, I see you. Thank you so much for being here. I am on my way. I can't wait. Please say hello to Paul for me. I'm on my way. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. Let me ask you this.
What's up, DDSQ?
Hi, DDSQ. Thank you for joining. Let me ask you this question for everyone in the chat. What position group on our entire team going into this Washington Commanders game gives you the most concern? Hendo?
The position group that gives me
the most concern for the Ravens. What position group on our team gives you the most concern as we get ready to face the Washington Commanders?
Coaching staff. They never had players prepared.
That's not a position group.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You're not sorry.
But all right. So I guess we have to go with secondary. Like, they have the 31st ranked secondary in the league, and Jaden Daniels is doing some extraordinary things out there. Yeah. Like him and Scary Terry, like they have a connection. And up until last week, I think they had a 3-game where they had 3 games where they didn't punt the ball consecutively because they scored every single time. So when you have an offense that functions like that and they can put points on the board and teams can't stop them, that's a scary deal. And our offense, our secondary right now just isn't doing what they need to do before the season started. No fly zone. We got the best pieces in the NFL and nobody's going to be able to throw on us. Apparently everybody can throw on us.
Everybody.
There was a point in time where I can't remember what week it was, may have been week 2 or 3, where my son went out there and he passed for 400 yards with blindfolds on and skates. I don't know.
I would have to agree with you. Definitely the secondary gives me concern. For us to have the amount of money that we spent on this secondary, the amount of draft capital that we've invested in this secondary, for us, like you said, to be 31, and FYI, for those who are new to football, there are only 32 teams. So for us being 31 out of 32, it's not a good look. It's not. So yeah, I can see that, Daniel. To a lesser degree, our linebackers. But I'm hoping that this game, Go Team Purple, K-Walk Comedy, thank you. Yes, I can't wait to meet you next week. And yes, Go Team Purple. We're going to have so much fun.
Are you doing a stream together?
I don't know who's going to.
You said I can't
I
wait
said
to
I
meet
can't
you
wait
next
to
week.
meet her, not a live stream. But
Oh,
more on that later. More on that later. But more on that. More on that later.
Let me put myself back into place.
I will be meeting several people who are joining in the stream. I'll be meeting them in person next week. But more more on that.
I wasn't invited.
Oh, well, if it's just a
Nope,
a plane ride away,
Too late.
plane ride away or train ride, a flight away, but that's not why we're here.
Once I feel slighted, it's over. Once I feel like I've been slighted or disrespected, it's over. I don't care anymore. Have fun. Ladies, have fun.
It's not just the ladies. You saw Doc in here.
Oh, I'm sorry, Doc.
And Paul.
I didn't know. I didn't understand because I wasn't invited. None of the rest of the group that support Yolanda were invited. None of the guys that say, you know what, we're gonna make sure that Yolanda is successful and give her any and every help that we can give her. We were not invited. This is the first time that we're hearing about this. Now, if you'd have said something to me earlier this week, and I was like, oh, cool, I can't make it, or even if I wasn't invited, just the fact that you told me about it.
It's not my party. It's not my party. It's not my party. See how he goes off on a rail? We're going to get back. We're going to right this ship right now.
Hendo,
so
don't do disrespect.
It's not. It's not.
Did you tell me you were going somewhere? Were you meeting up with people? You know what I'm saying? And I'm not the only one that feels that way.
That's only because Brodney's going to echo whatever you say. You know, Brodney.
First of all,
Brodney is a part of your amen corner.
Brodney's a hater, and he's his own person. And I'm the person.
He's a hater,
and I'm the person that Brodney hates most in this world. So that
you are Brodney's best friend.
That is my best friend. But Brodney hates me more than anything on earth.
No, actually, I'm going to a content creator. It's called Creator Camp, so that I can become a better content creator and learn things, so that I can come back refreshed and deliver even better content. I want to get better and I want to improve. So I'm going to soak it all in, take notes from the gurus and the experts who've been doing this for a while, so that I can, get 1% better each time I come on the streams. So that's where I'm going. But now,
wait. So as far as the group goes, as far as me and the rest of the guys go, how does that help us? Did you tell us that, hey, I'm going to go to this creators camp and soak in all the knowledge that I can, and then come back and kind of disperse what I've learned to the rest of you guys, so you can become better creators, so you can reach even greater number of people?
This is going in the wrong direction. Brodney, I'm a good person, so I'm going to keep it pushing. When is the camp? You know what? Why don't you go to it, Brodney, and then you come back and tell me what you learned, and then we can compare notes. So just Tornado, I'm hollering. The Hendo said, yeah.
He doesn't need to be indicted. Somebody
Why would you say that?
We need to serve that man a subpoena.
Why does he need to be indicted? For what?
Coaching malpractice. If doctors can be indicted for malpractice, so can coaches. They should be able to be written up and serve subpoenas and go to court and explain to them why you can have two of the best rosters in the NFL over the last 5 years and not win a Super Bowl. Like, you need to go before Congress and explain yourself to people and explain why you still have a job. But before I continue, I would like to. I'm sorry. Can I? I just want to say I want to give a big shout out to our sponsors for today's video, and our sponsor for today's video that we can come here to you on a pop-up stream is me. I'm the sponsor for today. Thank you. And tomorrow, actually, I am launching my store. Tomorrow launches the inaugural stand store for the Roug Pod. And listen, I have a lot of things to offer people. The first digital product that I'm going to offer is how to grow on YouTube and how to make money on YouTube without 1,000 subscribers. Also, I have digital vision boards, daily planners, anything that you may need. So make sure once it launches, you go over to the stand store and just check it out and see if there is something there for you. And I appreciate y'all.
Oh, that is so exciting. Congratulations. Please make sure that you come by and support Hendo for his launch of his store. I can't wait. Hey, Yolanda, wait. Don't you think Hendo should have a little taste anytime he streams? It would be nice, Osmond. Yes, it would. But, you got to take him.
I think he's talking about a taste.
No, if that's what you mean. No, he doesn't need to have any more taste of whatever he had earlier that's making him. But you know what? This is true to form.
I'll sell it. I'll write a book and sell it.
No, because Tornado, you're really egging him on with this malpractice, an indictment, a subpoena. Explain why. He doesn't have to explain.
Oh, I'm sorry. Also, and tomorrow, I believe if I'm doing my math correctly, 5 p.m. Wait a minute. 4 p.m. 5 p.m. tomorrow, Eastern Standard Time. I think that I'm going to be on doing a live stream. Possibly, I'm not for certain. I haven't received a confirmation email, but Tech Informant, I'm going to be on Tech Informant telling my YouTube journey, how I got started, the pitfalls, everything going on. So make sure you go check him out, and I will let you know if I get a return confirmation and let you know if I'll be streaming tomorrow, because it's something outside of the realm of football. And I know people want to see us just not talking about sports. They want to see things about life and other things. And I think that we are a myriad of a lot of things. We're a conglomerate of so many different elements. And you know what I'm saying? I just appreciate you all for just even hanging out with us.
Yeah.
You know,
it means a lot.
You don't have to be here. Like, you don't have to sit here and converse with us and just sit down, talk football and these things. So I just want to let you know that I really, really do appreciate you. And
Lady Laura
shout out to Lady Baltimore.
Baltimore. Thank you so much.
Thank
She
you.
said, you two are funny. Love y'all. Hope we do this on Saturday nights. Yes. Hendo and I were just chatting earlier and we're like, you know what? Let's just go live and let's just do it. And I'm like, all right, sounds good. Let's just do it, because it's, there's so much that happening in the world, and from natural disasters to crime to just all the tragedies, just so much not so good that causes divide amongst humans.
Mm-hmm.
And when we can come together and unite and put differences aside, personality conflicts aside, and just have a good time and laugh. Mostly you're laughing at Hendo because he's the funny one. I'm not funny. He's the funny one with the indictment and subpoena and all that. But just to come together for a little while, take your mind off of whatever it is that might be causing you stress or some tumult in your life. This is great. So thank you all so much for your support.
And that's the thing. And that's the thing that I don't understand. That, listen, we sit here and we talk football and we talk sports and we give our opinions, and we're just trying to entertain people. Like, we're honestly just trying to entertain you. I'm out here trying to make you guys laugh. Even though I may have strong opinions on certain things, I'm still just trying to make you guys laugh. And for some of you guys to hate and just say just very mean things off of someone else's opinion, it befuddles me. Like, I don't understand. Yeah. Like, you're mad at me because I have an opinion about what somebody else did that you don't know. Like, that's really crazy to me. And, I just try to laugh it off and still try to bring you guys just some entertainment. This is what we're all here for. You know what I'm saying? I've never said that I'm an expert in football. I've never said that I'm an expert in the Baltimore Ravens. I just give you my opinion from how I see it, because the way that I was brought up taught me to think outside the box and see things differently, just the way that I was brought up. So I'm just giving you an alternative view. It's not to say that my view is right. It's not to say that I'm correct. It's just to give you something to think about. And it's just something to entertain you. And we just sit here and just try to talk to y'all. And then some of y'all get mad. And then some of y'all run back and tell your friends what we said because you dick ride. Because you out here doing things that you shouldn't be doing, snitching, you know what I'm saying? And some of y'all supposed to be from Baltimore. So while you out here running your mouth snitching, I thought it was a no snitch rule in Baltimore, but you out here riding other dudes because you think it's going to get you clout. Like, it is what it is. But like I said, I don't want to get too far down the rabbit hole. I don't see the rabbit popping up, but like I said, we're just out here to entertain guys. You know what I'm saying? If some people come in here and just want to start stuff and run back and tell their friends what we said, so be it. Because I'm gonna let you know right now. Listen, I'm a very jovial person. Like, I'm happy, I'm positive. I don't like drama. I don't like confrontation. I'm a grandfather. Like, I like these things. I'm just at a different place in my life. But I'm here to let you know, even at almost 50 years old, I'm with the shits. Like, the Marine has never left me. Like, I'm a Marine and I'm a West Baltimore dude 100% through and through. So to those people out there, if you really want to come with it, I don't want it. But if you start it, I'm here for it.
I take a little bit more of a little bit more of a conservative approach.
I'm conservative as well. I don't like violence, but if it's confronted and brought to me, I'm with it.
But I was going to say, I was going to say, I think what works for us is the fact that I can get very spicy and very saucy if you push me there. I tend not to be. My personality, I'm just not going to start anything, but certainly I can finish it as much as I talk. Danity, the vegan is coming out. Yeah, we're 2 vegans on the stream right here. You got 2 vegans.
But I'm sorry to interrupt you, but
it works.
But just to let you guys know, it might be a third member of this crew. A third member of
Ooh,
this crew.
who is joining the vegan?
No, not the vegan crew. Danity might be joining us as our WNBA insider.
I love it. Danity, I got a chance to meet her. Hendo was
At
so
the
gracious in putting together a stadium tour earlier this year. Oh, Frank G. Life, you're from Baltimore. Wonderful. All right, okay, cool. It's so nice to see all of the natives from Baltimore coming through the channel, supporting and, sticking with your team through the ups and downs, the highs and the lows. I love it. Got a chance to meet Danity in person.
Yes.
Lovely, lovely young lady.
Yes,
And her knowledge of just watching her interact in various chats, specifically Lunch Break Hot Take, who are here, by the way, or at least I see one half of Lunch Break Hot Take. Brodney was up here kicking up dust earlier. But yes, make sure you're subscribed to their channel. But Danity is so well versed in sports, and for her to be able to bring a lady's perspective to not only football, NBA, but she's so smart, so intelligent, and can speak very well about the WNBA as well.
Yeah, she does. She's on Twitter all the time, breaking the games down. I don't have to watch the WNBA games because I just go to Twitter and watch what Danity says. So I'm like, I don't need to watch the games because like she breaks it down. She does the player evaluations, like she does everything. And I know she's not well on with getting on camera, but I will say when we met Danity, like we had a little issue with Danity early on. I mean, it wasn't an issue, but Danity was like me years ago. Like, your people told you don't trust people online. Never trust people online because you don't know what you're going to expect. And I don't blame Danity for that. But once we met up in person and she realized, like, yo, we all how we present ourselves on screen. Like, this is us. Like, it's no persona. It's no trying to trick you. Like, we're really good people. Like, she kind of warmed up to us. So, and that was one of the reasons why I put together the stadium tour. And, I like to do these things for my patrons because we are all, me, you, LBHT, Coach from Sip to Taylor. We're trying to build a community and we're trying to get people together and we're trying to help everybody. If you're a YouTuber, we're trying to help you grow. Like we're building so many things. And I think Danity actually got to see that up front and she kind of let her guard down a little bit. And I think that was one of the things that was most wonderful for me to see because, she was just at first, you could see in the beginning when I first got there, she kind of was like, then in the end, she's like, hey, can you take my phone and take a picture for me? And I'm like, cool. Like she's opening up. And I kind of love that. You know what I'm saying? I kind of love that about her and just even everybody that showed up for that day. So, you know what I'm saying? Just for us as a bunch of people in the crew, in a community, I'm loving what we are doing and what we are putting together. So I did take the picture for you, Danity. Stop it. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to do more things like that. There is a meet and greet for next year that we're planning. Me personally, what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to make it super special. Like I'm trying to make it something in an event that everybody will remember. Now, don't get me wrong, last year's meet and greet, amazing. We met a lot of the fans. We met a lot of the people that support us, and I thought that was great. But what I want to put together, what I want to get done for next year, like y'all gonna be talking about this, like it was Freaknik '97. but not in that vein though.
Tanya, let me turn my head again. But K-Walk Comedy, it was so nice to meet you, Danity. K-Walk Comedy says that we're very entertaining. It's not me, it's Hendo. He's the entertaining one. People come around because I don't know. I'm not entertaining, but it's Hendo. But yeah, she is an Eagles fan. I hope to see you when we play the Eagles in just a few short weeks because you guys got us earlier in the off season or preseason rather, but okay. Oh, this is a good one.
But this is the thing about us though, and I do appreciate you. I do appreciate you for saying that. But the thing is that the way we do things, we don't bash people. Like we understand you're a fan of a team just like we're a fan of a team, and it's no need to bash you and put you down and like, oh, you're stupid and your team's stupid. No, we all have peaks and pitfalls. You know what I'm saying? So we try to be as real as we can. I love the Baltimore Ravens, but I know they have some issues, just like the Eagles. They have some issues. They went to a Super Bowl and realized Nick Sirianni ain't the dude that he really is supposed to be. I understand that. You need to get a new head coach, a new offensive coordinator, a new defensive coordinator. But you know what? That's just me. I'm sorry.
Just Toronado, he's going to start up again. But okay, so there was a good point.
Which
so
one?
We're going to get back to some Ravens talk here. GTRSR Senior says likely going for over 100 yards tomorrow. Bank. That's money in the bank. That would be lovely. That would be fantastic. But I would offer this to you. One thing I've noticed now that there's film. So we're 5 games into the season. Now that there is film on Likely, obviously there was film on him last year. I understand, but especially after Mark Andrews' injury. But now that there's film on Likely, I wonder how opposing defenses are going to plan or strategize to at least slow him down. I'm not going to say stop, because you're just not going to stop the Baltimore Ravens offense. You're just not going to be able to do it. But how would they be able to scheme their defense or to plan for Isaiah Likely? Because if they don't, it's going to be a very long day for them, because Isaiah has shown us that he is reliable. Watching him put his hand up in the end zone as Lamar. What'd you say?
He did that in the AFC Championship game. Let's not talk about that.
I'm not going back to the AFC. I told you, I said this on my show, maybe at the start of the preseason, I said, or maybe a little bit before that, I said, I have to let the AFC Championship go, because I know me, if I keep harping on it, I won't be able to set it aside and give you an honest, balanced perspective with the evidence that I have in front of me today. So I just decided to turn the page, and now we have a blank piece of paper.
I just want to know, should I place this bet? GTR, should I place this bet? If you say I should, I'll place the bet that Likely is going for 100 yards of ball. If you place this bet, I'm not for certain, because I don't even think it's up to Likely. I just think for some reason that John Harbaugh and this offense likes to stymie our players. They figure if they have a good game one game, the very next game, they try to take them down a peg. And that may have to do with come contract time, where they're like, hey, I would pay you this amount of money, but you haven't had consecutive games of production. Even though he may be that talented, the Ravens, after that 111-yard performance in week 1, he had 2 catches, a catch for like 11 yards in the second game. The Ravens do that to players. Like, they try to stymie their production so they don't have to pay him money. But GTR, if you say I should play it, I'm gonna bet it. I'm not a better. Like, I'm not a better, but
Denise, I see you. Oh, yes, please. If you are enjoying this pop-up random stream on a Saturday evening, just to kind of talk about football and inter alia, amongst other things, that's what we do here. Yes, Denise, I see you. Thank you so much for joining. We are not going to leave you out. No one left behind. She is a Baltimore Ravens fan, but she is from Dallas. So we appreciate you. Yeah, we appreciate you.
Who is that? Who are you talking about?
Denise, David. Don't leave me out. There are fans from Dallas too.
I'm sorry. I see it now. I apologize.
No, it's okay.
I'm not going to.
Yeah, we can't leave her out. No,
we don't leave anyone out.
No, no one is left out. These Commanders fans need humbling. Attitude Pop, how you doing? Good to see you. Thank you for joining. I said earlier in the stream what I really think it is. Imagine yourself a fan of a team that has been going nowhere fast for many years. A long time. And now they really have a team. They have a squad. I said relevant earlier, and that's kind of, there's no softer way to say it, but you're right. They're out here doing a lot of this, and they've not played a team like the Baltimore Ravens on their schedule heretofore. It will be a humbling experience for them tomorrow. I guarantee it. So I want a more relaxing game than we had last week. Last weekend's game was just a little too much for me. It was. But yes.
Well, so why was last week's game a little too much for you? And I understand, listen, the Cincinnati Bengals had 1 win on the season. I get that, but you should understand, well, I'm sorry, not you, but not you personally, but you should understand that anytime you do AFC North divisional games, it doesn't matter what the record is. When you're dealing with the Steelers, when you're dealing with sometimes the Browns, and when you're dealing with the Bengals, the records go out the window. It is a divisional matchup. And no matter how bad one team is or another, other teams seem to fight, and they play a little bit harder. Joe Burrow was out of his mind during that game. Out of his mind.
Yeah.
And Lamar matched him step for step. So to me, it was a very good game. It was a very emotional game because I can't hold you. Most people, I thought the game was over when Justin Tucker Jr. lined up to kick that field goal. I'm like, first of all, they call Evan McPherson the new Justin Tucker. He's been kicking them field goals ever since he came in the league. So when Justin Tucker Jr. came in, I was like, yo, the game over. And I'm sitting there, and then he bobbled the ball, and they missed the field goal. And I'm like, we have life now. Like it was a very emotional game. So I wasn't disappointed. I'm just glad in the fact that we actually won that game. And now it's a chance for me to see the Ravens start to get on that win streak. Like I said, 2019, we were 2-2 and went on a 12-game win streak.
Yeah.
2012, Super Bowl, New Orleans. Ravens go to New Orleans, win a Super Bowl. There are like some similarities here, and I'm just wondering, are things the same? So I'm wondering, because even in that 2012 season, we played Washington, and that was the game where, unfortunately, RG knee is the trajectory of his.
Hendo is on a roll tonight. Please make sure that you hit the like button. Subscribe if you're new. Join the family.
I'm sorry, but the trajectory of RG knee changed. Like he got hit by Haloti Ngata, and that ended his career, and that began the emergence of Kirk Cousins' money machine.
It was an emotional game for me, obviously for all the reasons that you stated. Yes, anytime we are facing a division rival, everything else, you take everything else that they've done prior to, and it goes out the window, and you focus on the moment. You focus on the here and now. And that game had me happy at times, frustrated, sad, worried, stressed out. It just went through a roller coaster of emotions. And like you said, and several others who would agree, at the end of the game, we did not know if we were going to be able to edge out the win. We didn't. When Joe Burrow threw that interception, I said, okay, this is all right. But yeah, Ton just said, oh, I'm sorry. The Commanders are the Omar. The Commanders are the Omar coming to Baltimore.
Now, I'm sure you're not familiar with this. He's talking about The Wire, and he's talking about Omar in The Wire. And Omar was the dude. Omar was kind of the dude that the bad guys were scared of. Like all the bad guys would be like, yeah, I'm the truth. Here come Omar. Oh no, not today. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that dude. So I understand what Cisco was saying. So just like they said, Omar got killed in Baltimore. So there's that. Now, my thing is it Cisco, or is it that thong Cisco? Like
this is what you get on a Saturday night. When you tune in,
it's not when you.
This is what you get on a Saturday night.
Actually, I just saw Cisco on The Masked Singer on YouTube, so that's the only reason that I thought about that. Yes, Brady. Omar died in Baltimore, so the Commanders can come in, and the Commanders. I'm sorry, can pretend. I understand, and as a Commanders fan, I applaud you guys. You have had decades where this organization has underserved you. Like they have disappointed you like no other, maybe outside of the Dallas Cowboys. So I understand. You're 4-1, you're leading your division. You should be extremely happy as to what is going on right now. But when you think about football, there are levels. There's a hierarchy to football. And remember that. Like you're 4-1. Yes, that's 4-1 now. You're cool. You're playing the NFC least. There are certain teams that are a little bit above you. So you can be the best of the 4-1s. It's kind of like I used to say back in elementary school. And we used to have a class called the DEC class. And the DEC class was for children that just weren't intelligently, emotionally well enough to perform like the other children. So they had to have a special class. Now, for you to say that you're the smartest kid in the DEC class, is that really an accomplishment?
I can't speak to that. So no, I'm not going to answer that. What I will say about the Washington Commanders, I'm going to give credit where credit is due, but I think context always matters. They're very good so far against the teams that they faced. And they're 4-1. They've not faced the Baltimore Ravens or a team like us. So it will be very humbling, as someone mentioned earlier. And Ravens third ring, yes. Oh, I see you, Denise. Ravens are by far the better team. We are. And if our secondary, and to a lesser extent, our linebackers, because our O-line has been
touche. I can't. Touche. That was a good one. That was a good comeback. Touche. I can't even come back for that one.
Okay. Well, we'll see. I hope you come back. For all those who think the Commanders are going to do this, that, and the third against the Ravens, I just want to make sure you come back. I do. I want to make sure that after the game, we see you. I want you to be present and accounted for tomorrow evening when there's a live show going on.
No, wait a minute.
Santiago
No.
Bond.
Hey, Santiago, wait a minute. Are you talking about the same training camp where we beat y'all up, where Tylen Wallace, our ninth string wide receiver, was beating up on Emmanuel Forbes because y'all ain't had no heart? Are we talking about that, Cisco?
Santiago, we've faced teams that are better than the Commanders. We faced the reigning champions week 1. It doesn't get any better than that. So, I mean, I would have to just respectfully, I would have to respectfully disagree. We've played.
No, Yolanda, let's not disagree. Like, here's the thing. My thing is this. I'm not even upset with the fact, because once again, if I'm sitting here rooting for a fan base, an organization that hasn't done anything since 92, I do believe, since 1992, Jasmine wasn't even born yet. Jasmine was not alive, and my daughter's 30. So she wasn't even born yet. So if I had all of this time to sit and contemplate what a functional organization look like I would be celebrating too right now. I'm like, yo, we 4-1, we cool. Yo, like, it is what it is. I'm smelling myself right now. Like, it's cool. I understand it. And I don't fault them for feeling that way. But when we get to Sunday and you become humbled, and we show you what a real organization looks like, and we show you what Jalen Daniels should be, that's a whole nother story. And I like Jalen.
I like
Jaden.
Jaden.
I'm saying Jalen because that's the quarterback for Kansas, University of Kansas. Jaden. I like Jaden Daniels a lot, but he is not Lamar. And I give you credit. Dan Quinn, head coach, hell of a defensive coordinator. Like, I take nothing away from Dan Quinn. But when you see Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry at the mesh point and you don't know which guy you're going to go after, and you got either one of these dudes that can run 80, 90 yards on you, what are you going to do then? Like, listen, the funniest thing to me is LBHT with Jose and Bradley. Like, they tell a story, and I can't remember if it's OTR Quan. I think OTR Quan is a Washington Commanders fan. And he's such a Commanders fan that they said during the draft one day that when they announced the first round pick, and they was like, Jamin Davis. And he's like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Redskins forever. And then he asked people like, yo, who is he? Like, who is that guy? Like, who did he play for? And me as not a Washington fan, I knew where he came from. I knew who he was. The Washington fans, you try to big up everything that you can, and I understand that, and you're supposed to do that, and you're supposed to root for your team. And listen, I understand. But for some of you guys that I don't know how long you've been Commanders fans, oh gosh, listen, GTR, what I'm going to ask you to do is stop. Please do not do that to the Doo-Doo franchise. Don't do that to the Doo-Doo franchise.
Stop it.
The only reason I say that is because they had a plumbing issue, and that plumbing water went all over the fans. All over the fans. I would be so upset when my team lost by 40 points, and then I got water on me. Like,
Santiago Bond, not true. Lamar, you're correct. Lamar does not have a Super Bowl win, but does Jaden Daniels? How many MVPs does Jaden Daniels have?
First of all, no, let's not even do that. How many division titles does Jaden Daniels have?
So I think and again,
how many playoff games has Jaden Daniels played in?
How many full regular seasons has he played in? A complete full season.
And I like that kid. And I think that you finally found a guy that can lead your franchise.
I do too.
Honestly do. And I think that you're headed in the right direction, especially with your new ownership. And I think that the biggest thing was getting Dan Snyder out there and bringing this new ownership in. I think that's the best thing that your organization can do. And you have brighter days ahead of you guys, but those brighter days aren't right now because Dan Quinn isn't a really good head coach. Great defensive coordinator, not a good head coach.
That was my point. That was my point, Santiago. He's a rookie. You answered. That's exactly what I wanted to say. Yes, he is a rookie. So to compare a rookie with a two-time league MVP, AFC.
Ain't she? She's so sassy on Saturdays.
I'm not. I was just. I like to ask questions, Denise.
So sassy. You know, some of us professional. Some of us like to be professional, and then you have sass over here.
We know, Santiago, and I addressed that earlier. This is a team, the Commanders, who have, like you said, I'm going to use your words. You are suffering from a history of dysfunctional management. That is right. Now I think you all are changing course, and you're trying to figure out how to do damage control, pick up the pieces, move forward. And not only that, you all are I think you have your QB of the future. You're going to build around him. I'm just saying it's not your year this year just because that belongs to Lamar Jackson. But I think, Jaden Daniels is going to be something to watch. Matrix Deacon, welcome. Thank you so much for being here. I hope, Matrix, that you, because Santiago is a Commanders fan, and I've seen a couple of other ones too.
Talk some sense to him.
No, I was going to say, I hope you will come back. We will live stream, or at least I will, and I hope Hendo will join me. He has an invitation. He's saying no, but that's fine. I will live stream, recap the game tomorrow at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Ravens Talk with Yolanda. Please come back because I want to hear you weigh in. I want to know I want to hear your thoughts.
Me too.
Win or lose.
Yes,
I want to hear from you. But I can already tell you what's going to happen. Let me give you the end result.
So can I ask a question? Because we're about to get out here. Yolanda has some things to do. I have some things to do. I got to go out here to this fire pit, like this fire, and drink the rest of this beer. But before we get out of here, I have one last question to ask Yolanda. Apparently, because me personally, I thought we were going to come in here, do the stream. Nobody was going to partake in this thing. And we have a lot of people that are here with us, rocking with us. So my question to you is, are you going to stream the game tomorrow?
Oh, you know what? That's a really great question. I will consider streaming the game, Hendo, if you will join me on the after show at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let me know, and then we'll.
That's not an answer.
It is.
It's not because apparently, listen, and the one thing that I love about the community, and especially with the people that you're bringing into the community, you're bringing in fans outside of the Ravens community. Like every time we play a team, you talk to these people from other fan bases, and they come in and like we have cool conversations. It's nothing out the way. So you have the people that are going to come in here and actually watch what we're doing. So I do believe that you should give the people what they want and actually live stream the game tomorrow. Give them a play-by-play analysis. That way, everybody from the Washington side can talk they smack and say what it is that they want to say, and it is what it is. And shout out to Osmond for the $10 donation.
Osmond, thank you so much. Appreciate you.
And just for that $10, I'm gonna put my bid in, and I'm gonna try to do everything in my power to convince Yolanda to live stream the game tomorrow. What's good, Zico? Hottest name in YouTube. Hottest name in YouTube.
The Hawk TV. Thank you so much. Yes. I appreciate it. Thank you.
So we have to congratulate Yolanda on being monetized. Now, Yolanda is partially monetized. And if we want to get her fully monetized, we have to get her to 1,000 subscribers. I do believe that she's like 120 something away. So listen, we got 70 people in here right now. If you are not subscribed to Ravens Talk with Yolanda, make sure you go over to her channel and subscribe right now. We all have goals. We all have things that we're trying to do. And if you want to be a part of this community, like it takes but a second to hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and become a part of this community. I see people trying to leave. Don't you leave before you hit that subscribe button. I see y'all trying to leave because most of y'all are like, y'all talking stuff I don't want to hear about. I don't care. Hit that subscribe button and subscribe to her channel and get her to 1,000.
Thank you all so much. I appreciate you, Lady Laura Baltimore, the Hawk TV. Thank you, Frank G Live. I couldn't do it without you. You come week after week and interact with me, listen to what I have to say, and I appreciate it. I see Equip Institute. Thank you so much. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you. Thank you, Denise. My
question is, do we want more Yolanda? That's my question to you all. Do we want more Yolanda?
David.
What's going on, David? How you doing?
He is a 30%. David, correct me if I'm wrong. I think you are now up to 30% after that big win that we had last week. 30% card-carrying member of the Baltimore Ravens. He is a Patriots fan. But since I started live streaming, he's actually taking a liking to the Ravens. So I'm glad. Thank you so much, Dion, for subscribing.
Don't take offense to this because this is not meant towards you. This is not meant towards you, but me personally, my language that I speak is memes, movies, and music. That's how I talk to people. Like when people see my videos and they see certain things, that's how I talk to people in real life. Like my friends, when they say certain things, I talk to them in memes and movies. So, David, to you, I don't know if you've ever seen Minister Society, and this is not to you personally, but I feel sorry for your mother. You're a Patriots fan? What? You had your time, move on. You're going now to a rookie that was a quarterback at, if I'm not mistaken, it was no. Where was Drake May a quarterback at last season? Where do
They're going to figure it out.
Where do I tell you never to get a receiver from?
They're going
University
to
of North Carolina, and you went out with a quarterback from the University of North Carolina.
Endo's not going to let me get a word in edgewise. Thank you, Tanja. Thank you. I'm glad you enjoyed the show. Black Eyes, yes, more Yolanda. Well, listen, you'll see more of me. You will certainly see more of me. And
But
as soon as Hendo,
but you didn't answer the people's question about,
I did.
Are you going to live stream the game tomorrow?
Are you going to join me at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow to recap the game?
What does that have to do with you live streaming the game?
Because I said it's conditional. It's condition precedent.
So if I say yes, I'll do the recap with you. Does that mean that you'll live stream the game tomorrow?
That means I will seriously give it some thought. Rodney, thank you very much.
We need exactly, Daniel.
You guys know.
No,
most of you know. Most of you know.
No bueno.
Most of you know. I'm going to give you the lawyer answer. It depends.
No, I need a yes or a no. The people, and you told me, and we've had these discussions so many times before, that said we've had discussions about giving the people what they want.
We have.
And if the people ask for it, and if the people say that they want it, you say that we have to give it to them because these people are our audience. These people are what keeps us going. So if they ask you and say, Yolanda, yes, we want to see you live stream the game, this is something that you have to do. They're asking for it. They want to see it. Like, listen, and I'm not taking anything away from the big name YouTubers. Maybe some people want to see something different. Maybe they want a different perspective on how the game is going. And me personally, I would love to see you streaming the game and have all of these Washington Commanders fans in there talking their talks. And when they get beat down, I can talk my talk. Because you know me, I like to talk my smack. I don't like when people talk smack to me, though. Like, I don't like when we lose and people talk that smack to me. It hurts my feelings. But I like talking smack myself.
We'll see. We'll definitely see. Thank you, Rodney. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm excited about the trip.
Thank you, David. Next week. Thank you, David. I take back everything I said about being a Patriots
fan. Thank you all so much.
No. Before we get out of here,
I'm trying to wrap this stream up for 5 minutes now.
If you tell the people you're streaming tomorrow, oh snap! Listen.
Oh, the hot TV.
Listen. Do you know who Kay Adams is?
I do. Up and Adam with Kay. She's great.
That is a very high compliment.
It is a very high compliment.
I love Kay Adams.
Me too.
I love the fact that she left NFL Network and that one dude, I can't remember his name.
I don't remember, but she's doing.
He was on The Real World, and he's the reason I stopped watching the NFL Network.
Gosh. But thank you all so much for joining the show. And I'm glad to see that David is 35%.
No, you need to answer the question before we leave here. Are you live streaming the game tomorrow, Yolanda? Because
I will check.
You know what? No. We need a yes or a no. Right.
I will check. I will.
No. You don't need your calendar because you know.
Ladies, that's always the go-to answer.
First of all,
check my calendar.
Not when it comes to streaming a game, because what we know is you're going to be watching the game, and you normally do a halftime check-in. So instead of just doing your halftime check-in, you might as well just do the whole. You just do the whole game.
Let me go ahead and plug that right now. I will do a live stream check-in at halftime.
Can you read the super chat, please?
Need a trade Marcus for Adams. We thank you so much, Jeremy, for the donation. Yes, we definitely need to trade Marcus for Adams. I've been saying that. Can we get a trade package? What would it look like for us to bring in Davante Adams? But I heard the other day that the Ravens are out. There were a couple of other teams remaining. I don't even care who they are. As long as we're not in talks or in conversation, it doesn't really matter. But I think the Steelers were still in talks. And I'm like, please don't send him over there to the Steelers. Like, keep him out of the AFC North, please. I mean, but at any rate.
Now that you brought it up, there is conversation talking about the Ravens may be in talks with Green Bay for trading for Romeo Doubs.
I heard that. I heard Romeo Doubs was a possibility. I don't know, but my preference right now would be and let us know in the comments real quick. And if you're watching this on replay, thank you so much. We appreciate you. Leave a comment down below. If you could pick right now one player, either Romeo Doubs or Davante Adams, to bring to this Baltimore Ravens squad to make us just even better, who would it be? Who would it be?
Romeo Dobbs, amazing talent. I do.
Oh yes, I do have a Cash App. This is going to.
That's you. Never mind. Yes, she does have a Cash App. Do you think, Wody? I'm sorry. I thought it was mine.
I will have it set up for the next stream. I will definitely do that. That's something I just got monetized like a day or two ago. So I will have it set up for the next stream. Thank you so much, Denise. That's live streaming fun. I love it. I love it. Thank you.
So listen. So listen. Since we have people willing to be here with us, willing to donate, willing to do all of these things and give to us, it is only fair that we give back and you live stream the game tomorrow.
Okay, well, thank you all.
No. You need to answer these people's questions. This is the only reason that they're hanging around is to find out the answer if you're live streaming the game tomorrow.
I tell you what, make sure that your post notifications are turned on so that you never miss content released on my channel.
I want to answer.
I mean, so we're hanging around for you.
I would join you, but I have another stream that I'm doing during the game. So
no, that's not true. You're doing the stream at 5. So
no, I'm doing the stream. It's like 3 or 4. I can't remember. It's like 3.
Perfect. Our game starts at 1. You and I can live stream the first half, and then by that time, I'll segue right into my halftime, check-in.
And they don't want a halftime check-in. They don't want to have time checking. They want you.
Oh no, that's hurtful. You don't want to. Guys don't want my.
No, they want more.
I look forward to it because I have.
They want more. Don't y'all guys want more, Yolanda? Now, like, listen. Like I said, when I first started the stream, I said, listen, we're just trying to figure out and gauge the temperature of the room and see what you guys like and see what you guys want and see if there should be Purple Friday Q&A, a Purple Saturday Q&A each and every week to see if this is something that you guys would like. We would also like to know if you guys want to see a daily show, like a Monday through Friday, 7, 8, 9 a.m. show to where we talk football, life, whatever it is that you want. Like, we're trying to give you guys whatever it is that you guys desire. Like, we're trying to give to you because you've done so much for us. Like, me personally, I never thought that I would be in this position right now. I honestly believe when I started YouTube that I would have 50 subscribers and I would be out here talking to myself each and every time. Like, I honestly believe that. So right now I'm just flabbergasted and just taken aback that you guys come and rock with us. Like, it's Saturday. It's 7 o'clock on a Saturday night. Like, honestly, if Yolanda didn't have to go, I think I could honestly go 2 more hours and talk to you guys, but she has to leave. But before we leave, we need to know, Yolanda, are you live streaming the game?
If you will join me, I sure will. Thank you all so much for coming by. I see a lot of you in the chat are agreeing that Davante Adams would be it. That would be fantastic for our team. Unfortunately, as I've heard, we are out of talks.
Raven's third ring. Raven's
third ring.
More Yolanda is my vote.
Gosh.
Wait a minute. Let me listen.
Thank you.
I have not been in school in about 30 something years. I have not, and I will admit this, and I am not as quick on the draw as I used to be. My intelligence has waned a little bit. If you don't use it, you lose it, I will admit. But I'm going to look at this and kind of deduce what he's saying and see where I see in this, where it says Hendo.
Do you have your glasses?
You might want to go. I have my old glasses. Listen, I have my old glasses.
Yeah, but
my granddaughter destroyed, and it only has one side in it.
So they're not going to. They're not fit. They're not fit.
I don't see where it says Hendo.
Yeah, you probably need the other set of glasses, the one that your grandbaby hasn't.
It doesn't say anything about Hendo. So yes, more Yolanda is what we need. So Yolanda, if you could just tell the people.
Where they can find me. You can find me here on YouTube at Ravens Talk with Yolanda. You can follow me on X at Yolanda ESQ1908. I look forward to connecting with you. Again, thank you all so much for joining tonight's stream. I hope you all take care, stay safe, and always remember, go Ravens.
All right. And you can find me at the Roug Pod on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. Wherever you get your social media ad, make sure you come by and see what I got going on, because I always got something, and I'm just trying to make you guys laugh, entertain you guys. Also, if you want to be a part of this community and take these talks outside of just these streams, make sure to go over to patreon.com and sign up to become a patron. It's just $5 a month. Patreon.com/ROUG. You can do the fantasy football. I have a belt that I haven't pulled out in a long time, like the Pick'ems League. I'm going for a 3-peat in 2 leagues. Like, it's so much going on. But more importantly, you can come in and just be a part of this community, get into Discord. We have conversations, and it's literally people talking in there 24 hours a day. Like, we are a community of people that were at once strangers, and now we are the closest of friends. The people in my Discord I talk to, and I lie to you not, every single day. I talk to these people more than I talk to my own family, and it's crazy to me. So if you want to be a part of this, sign up. If you don't, it's cool. Just make sure to like and subscribe. Make sure that you go to both channels and just share with your friends. Go to your loved ones and say, hey, I met these people and they're pretty cool. Sign up to them and let's get them to those milestones and help them reach their goals. And we do appreciate it. And yes,
And Mr.
okay. So you know what?
Mr. Craig?
Yeah, you didn't drop your predictions for the game. Yeah, we need to do that.
Okay, drop your score predictions real quick. Type fast.
Okay.
I am going to say, and Mr. Crud Knuckles, thank you so much for being here. I see that you have a lot to say. Mr. Forbes is getting a pick 6. He won't, but I want you to make sure he won't. I want you to make sure that you come back tomorrow where there will be a live stream on Ravens Talk with Yolanda, where I will recap the game at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time because I want to hear what you have to say. And I'm going to ask you, how did that pick 6 work out for you? That did not happen.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said pick 6. I thought he might get a pick off of Mark Andrews' pass. Maybe
no.
He said pick 6.
Oh yeah,
pick 6. First of all, listen, y'all guys might not even score tomorrow. To be quite honest with you, I understand you had that 3-game win streak where you didn't punt the ball at all, and it took to game 5 when Jalen Daniels threw an interception for you guys to be stopped. But listen, this is Baltimore, and you guys should already know. Y'all saw the movie 300. You know what I'm saying? You seen my man. He told you this is Baltimore and kick the dude into the pit. And this is exactly what we're going to do to the Washington Commanders. You know what I'm saying? We're about to kick
you're about to light us up.
You don't have Brian Robinson. Somebody said Brian Robinson is out. The last time I saw, he was, game time decision, but you said he's out. He is essentially your run game. And I understand Austin Eckler, you guys are counting on him, but he's hurt too. Like, I think he has a concussion or something. So you may not play him as much as you think. So without that, and Scary Terry, I give it to my man Scary. Listen, I wanted the Ravens to trade for him when y'all guys were playing with his contract situation. Outside of Scary Terry, who do you guys have? And defensively, who do you guys have that's going to stop?
They have Bobby Wagner and Frankie, and that's about it.
I like Emmanuel Forbes, but listen, Emmanuel Forbes weighs less than my 18-year-old son. Who the hell is he going to stop? He weighs less than Nate Williams. Who the hell is he going to stop?
Okay, thank you so much for your score predictions. We see them. Crud Knuckles, I want to see you back tomorrow night. You're not scared of the rapper, and we're not scared of the. See, I'm trying to keep it nice. See, this is a classic. This is exhibit A of what I just mentioned earlier about your team being irrelevant for many, many, many years. You get some direction. You get some direction. You feel like you can have a seat at the table, but not only do you want to take a seat, you want to just come down and have several seats. But we'll show you tomorrow better than we can tell you. Thank you all.
I ain't even gonna hold you, bro, because I'm gonna tell you the truth. Like, over here, we keep ish real. I'm gonna tell you like this. Me growing up, if I was 5, 10, 20, 30, 35 years old, my team wasn't doing nothing for all them years, and they finally did something, I would talk smack too. I'd be like, it's been 37, it's been 84 years. 84 long years.
The Washington Commanders have even been invited to join the party and join the conversation. Okay, when's the last time y'all won a Super Bowl?
Oh no, I don't know which side you coming for. We won one in 2012. Y'all won one in 93, 92, I believe.
And Santiago Bond, we want you to. We want the Commanders. Well, we want every team, every opponent that's on our schedule. We want them all.
But here's the thing, and I can't speak for other people. I can only speak for myself. Like, bruh, I know Mark Rippon. I know Art Monk and Gary Sanders, and I know all of them dudes. I know about the Hogs. I know about all this stuff because I've hated the first team that I ever watched growing up in the 1980s, early 80s was the Washington Redskins, and I hated them the first time that I saw them. I looked at them colors and I looked at that logo and I was like, yo, it's something about this team I don't like. And then my uncle told me they're from DC, and I said, oh God, I really don't like them. And ever since then, I hated that team. I haven't hated them as much as I hate the 49ers, but I hated that team. And y'all haven't done nothing since Mark Rippon and them won the Super Bowl versus the Buffalo Bills. Whoop-dee-doo. Whoop-dee-doo. So let's not get into who won the Super Bowl last. Like, my thing is this. The last time y'all won a Super Bowl, was it 2 in front or was it 1 in front?
On that, we're going to end we're going to end the conversation. We'll just see you back tomorrow. I'm just one that I don't do a lot of talking. I just let the players
talk
do.
Cash money ish.
Yes, he does.
All the time until I
certainly
lose,
does.
and then I get bad because people start talking bad to me.
Right. Did he?
I don't like that. I don't like that at all. Like, I don't like y'all talking smack
Right.
to me. Like, it's rude and unbecoming.
But you're okay talking smack to them, but they
Because
can't talk
that
it
is
to
the way of the world.
you. Heard it here first. All right. Thank you all so much. Enjoy your evening. Stay safe. Take care of yourselves, and we will see you very, very soon.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
And we out.